Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to this session. Please let me know if I am properly audible and visible. I hope everything is okay. Thank you. So, those watching me for the first time, I'm your faculty of English here, and daily sessions आप लोगों के लिए मैं यहाँ लेकर आती हूँ. So we have practice sessions at 1:30 p.m. That's on Monday, uh, Wednesdays and Fridays. अलग अलग टॉपिक वाइज प्रैक्टिस हो रही है एंड देन वी हैव एडिटोरियल सेशन मंडे टू सैटरडे 8 p.m. Super helpful, super useful sessions. Okay, now please understand that what we need to do in the sessions 8 p.m. sessions. It's like you want to know कि आपका सब कुछ यहाँ पे cover हो रहा है. Okay, so it's not just about vocab portion alone or grammar portion alone. It's a mix of everything, and that's exactly what you need for your exam. तो इसे मिस नहीं करना है, स्टार्टिंग से एंड तक प्रॉपरली अटेंड करना है, अटेंटिवली अटेंड करना है. ओके, सो वंस अगेन हेलो, वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद स्किमिंग. लेकिन जल्दी से लाइक और शेयर कर दो, सब्सक्राइब इफ यू आर न्यू, एंड फॉर फ्री पीडीएफ्स जॉइन आवर टेलीग्राम, लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन. स्किमिंग से जैसे हम शुरू करते हैं हमेशा, फॉर दोज हु आर न्यू, आपको जंप कर करके पढ़ना है. समटाइम्स यू कैन जंप like 2-3 words together. Sometimes it's like थोड़ा हॉप कर करके पढ़ो. Try to focus on subject and verb. बड़े बड़े नाम नंबर्स को आप स्किप कर सकते हो, और there is a point like let's say 27.154, so it's good to give it 27. समझ के by the look you should be able to capture the meaning of it. उसको आपको मन में 27 पढ़ने की नीड नहीं होनी चाहिए. So this is an interesting one. In fact, आज का जो एडिटोरियल है, this is from the Hindu, और इसमें सिर्फ टाइटल था, एक जो सब हेडिंग होती है वो थी ही नहीं. ओके, सो आई वंडर कि ये फॉर्मेट चेंज क्यों रहा होगा आज के एडिटोरियल में. जस्ट क्यूरोसिटी, नथिंग मोर देन दैट. तो अभी आप लोगों को 2.5 minutes में दूंगी स्किमिंग की प्रैक्टिस के लिए, एंड देन आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू द आर्टिकल. आप उससे कंपेयर करोगे कि आपने स्किमिंग करते हुए जो पढ़ा वो कितना एग्जैक्टली आपको समझ में बैठा. डिड यू गेट द मेन मैसेज और नॉट? एंड इफ पॉसिबल आफ्टर योर टाइम इज ओवर 2.5 minutes, आप मुझे 1 line में बताओगे दैट दिस इज द समरी ऑफ द होल थिंग. 1 to 2 lines मैक्सिमम. कैन स्टार्ट नाउ. I'll scroll for you, okay, in case again you're wondering. Okay. Trying to understand. So I'm assuming you have understood things. Okay. Just cross check as I explained. Theft and compensation on news publishers and AI models. So with relationship with these two things, news publishers and AI models. And the topic is going to be how theft is taking place and digital theft, of course, and compensation with respect to it. Large language artificial intelligence models are fueled by content on internet, and much of this content comprises news reports gathered, curated, and published by media professionals and organizations with decades of experience. So interesting beginning. See, this is something आज का जो material है what we are going to read can be very helpful in your essay writing. ठीक है, ध्यान रखना इस बात. So you can see that the AI that uses information, it generates answer, it replies you based on what it gathers, information it gathers from the internet, where there are multiple news reports and they are also curated and published by media professionals who already have experience. As creative industries reckon with their labor getting diffused into, reckon with means deal with. So as the creative industries, they deal with their labor getting diffused into unaccountable clusters of graphics processing units. Now understand this. Industries are there, they have to deal with labor getting diffused into, that means they are scattered. There are graphics processing units, but there is no accountability, no clarity, that reproduce styles and spit out human level artwork in mere seconds, जो कि ह्यूमन के समानता के लेवल पे काम कर रहा है. And it reproduce styles means the way a human might have written. न्यूज इंडस्ट्री हैज अ रीजन. क्योंकि ये सब हो रहा है, न्यूज इंडस्ट्री के पास एक बड़ा रीजन है टू fear the compounding of permissionless innovation into an existentially threatening highest of several lifetimes of work. तो ये न्यूज़पेपर अपना डिफेंस एक तरीके से रख रहा है. It looks like that. Okay, this is just something personal opinion. So it says that ऐसे चलते where there is a lot that AI can do with just some content over internet. उसके चलते न्यूज़ इंडस्ट्री हैज टू फियर कि किस तरीके से कंपाउंडिंग ऑफ कलेक्शन ऑफ परमिशन लेस इनोवेशन, जहाँ पे परमिशन नहीं भी है, इनोवेशन एक दूसरे तरीका का है, इनटू एन एक्सिस्टेंशियली थ्रेटनिंग हाइस्ट मीन्स चोरी, बड़ी चोरी को हाइस्ट बोलते हैं, ऑफ सेवरल लाइफ टाइम्स ऑफ वर्क. इतने सालों के लोगों का जो कड़ी मेहनत का काम है वो सब का क्रेडिट और सब कुछ तो AI ले जा रहा है. Previous waves of digitization peeled away captive audiences from print. Peeled away मतलब ले लिया, खींच लेना, stripping off. तो पहले जो digitization हुआ, we all now know this, it peeled away captive audiences from print and broadcast media. तो broadcast media, print media, newspaper, magazines and all ये सब खत्म हो चुके हैं almost आजकल. By replacing these with a web charge attention economy, जहाँ पे सबको सब वेबसाइट पे चाहिए, and big tech platforms further squeeze news media's place. And जो बड़े बड़े tech platforms हैं, they have taken the media's place in these rapid transformations by often short changing the very sources. Short changing with a hyphen is cheating. Okay, short changing मतलब cheat करके छोटा रास्ता अपना के the very sources of information that their businesses relied on to be useful to the public. So यहाँ पे क्या हुआ, रैपिड ट्रांसफॉर्मेशंस हुए, बड़े बड़े टेक्स ने ओवरटेक करके रखा है और हमेशा ये छोटा रास्ता अपना लेते, बिकॉज द टिपिकल जर्नलिज्म इज नॉट हैपनिंग ओवर हियर. AI may very well be a body blow. It's gonna be even a bigger challenge than digitization. AI firms with their billions in market capitalization must not be permitted to just take what they want from the internet. अब ऑथर कह रहा है कि AI को सब कुछ एक्सेस करने नहीं मिलना चाहिए. Synthesize these inputs into monetized insights. और of course everything is about the money at the end. तो इनको सिंथेसाइज करें, मतलब अपने जिस रूप में सामने वाला चाहता है उसको वैसे प्रेजेंट करें. and pretend to the whole process in the form of victimless innovative progress. और फिर कहा जाए कि ये तो ऐसा है, it's like non-biased, it's very innovative, easy access, और फिर उसके नाम से AI जाना जाए. Publishers have a clear right to decide who gets to hoover up their entire corpuses. Okay, corpus का plural corpuses होता है. This means collection, and publishers के पास right होना चाहिए कि कौन access ले रहा है उनका जो bundle of content है उसका, and to ensure that their businesses benefit from the AI wave. कि किसी तरह AI उनको benefit करे. To this end, the Department of Promotion of Industry and Trades Committee on Copyright and AI is a welcome step. तो इस विषय पर to this end मतलब on this topic, this department and the trade committee on copyright and AI, the whole thing is a welcome step. We want this thing to happen. Okay. This is not a declarationist or a decel demand. Okay. Now, decel, yeah, decelerationist, not declarationist, sorry, decelerationist or decel जिसको short में बोलते हैं, it means जो कि किसी चीज को आगे बढ़ने से रोके, decelerate करे. So ये वैसा step नहीं जो AI को बढ़ने नहीं देगा. As those who advocate for rapid AI development might be quick to say. Those who support AI, they will say that if you do this, then it will hinder the progress of AI, the potential of AI. The news industry has fought as search giants and social media companies profited enormously on the back of its content. News industry already has fought a lot because content belongs to them, but benefit goes to search giants, social media, etc. And set the terms for how the financial benefits followed back to it. And already this has been done. News industry has been fighting this, somehow trying to redirect benefits to them also. That cannot be permitted to happen as social media platforms turn more and more into video focused walled gardens. Video focused walled gardens means it's walled gardens talks about something जो कि enclosed है. So now social media platforms has turned into video focused kind of content and not open to everyone, like that kind of a content, discouraging even a step outside their apps. उनके ऐप से बाहर आप वो information gather नहीं कर सकते. For the news organizations, the avenues to earn are shrinking. So of course earning potential उनकी down होती जा रही है. As AI generated overviews of news contents with source links are reduced to a footnote. Nobody cares about kahan se mila. What if we go to any AI tool, if we use an AI tool and especially ask for any kind of news, we focus on the overview, the highlights of the news. Kahan se AI ne humko provide kara hai, nobody cares about it. It is time for compensation to be negotiated at the time of publishers' content being scrapped from their website in the first place. So जहाँ से लिया जा रहा है, something should be done कि जहाँ जिस source से लिया जा रहा है उसको किसी तरह monetary benefit हो. AI firms may claim that fair use in model training, यहाँ पे AI firms बोलते हैं that they are not doing this, only they have their own explanation that they are fairly using this in model training, but there is nothing fair morally or legally about accessing and disseminating troves of news, a lot of news. Troves means khajana, treasure of news, without taking the creators and processors into confidence. So any news that or any kind of content that AI is providing and not it's not fair morally or legally. That's what author is saying. Because so main news खोज के लाए या उन्होंने news cover करी, उनका material उठा के basically AI is providing you with the highlights. News publishers and policymakers must now fight for their share in the AI era. So how come news publishers and policymakers can set the things right is what we expect. Okay, interesting है आज का. चलो, so we'll do some words. Reckon with is to deal with, किसी का सामना करना, confront करना. Diffuse is to disperse, scatter, फैला देना. Heist is robbery, any kind of theft. Peel away is strip off. Peel away simply something. If you're detaching something from some other thing, is also peel away. Okay? Sometimes peel off and peel away साथ में यूज मतलब सेम तरीके से यूज होता है. शॉर्ट चेंजिंग इज अंडर वैल्यूइंग, चीटिंग, शॉर्टकट लेना, धोखा देना, वैल्यू नहीं देना. Precarious is something which is unstable, someone who is uncertain. Victimless, harmless. There is no victim. Victimless, that means it has caused nobody any harm. Corpus is a collection of something, data set, एक तरीके का कलेक्शन जो कि काफी बहुमूल्य होता है. Decelerationist, decel, धीमी गति से विकास का समर्थक. So anti accelerationist. Okay, understand this way. Take it slow. That way it would be better. If this kind of thought is what you find somewhere, that is where we can say, okay, that person who has the thought or the organization that follows it is decelerationist. Walled gardens, closed ecosystems, anything where things don't go out of the parameters. Scraped is to extract, harvest, हटा देना. Troves, rich stores, caches, है ना, कैश मेमोरी होती है. Monetize is to commercialize, make money out of something. Disseminate करना is फैलाना, okay, प्रचार करना, distribute करना. Setting the terms means you control, you dictate, you have now the say in what is to be done and what is not to be done. That is how you set the terms. You have the upper hand. Okay, cool. So now it's the time for you to answer some questions. Active voice or passive voice, the first sentence. Is it active voice or passive voice? It is passive because they are fueled by something. There is another agent. Yes. Part of speech. It is adjective. Okay. Give me main subject and main verb of the sentence जो मैंने mark किया. See. So first of all, the answer is AI is the main subject, may be a body blow. So may be modal verb उसका main verb है पूरे sentence का. Now understand, the sentence starts with a preposition. Always be on alert if this is the case. In a landscape where को समझाने के लिए we are saying where models are threatened by ABCD and declining trust in professional news gathering. So this is a landscape को समझाने के लिए, to explain landscape we are writing so much of details. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर जो बात है, it is AI may be a body blow. Basically AI is the subject. Okay, this was something where you get introductory phrase where preposition is used in the beginning. Okay, part of speech. It is a noun in this case, okay, and right is also an adjective, but of course in this case it's a noun. So tone here is assertive and critical because of the declining profits that news publishers are making, media houses are making. That's the severity. That's why critical, and assertive means strongly put ahead. So LLMs like ChatGPT are trained using vast online content. So they are already trained and they have access to whatever is available online, a significant part of which is news created by media organizations. This was the explanation. Now these organizations invest in professional journalism, which now risks being exploited because without their consent, AI is accessing. This permissionless innovation is tantamount to digital theft, that is equivalent to digital theft, threatening the already vulnerable media industry. Because of digitization, we see that the media industry is already vulnerable. Firms claim fair use to justify scrapping and using publishers' content for training models. So they are justifying, firms and more or less not agreeing to this. But the editorial argues this bypasses legal and moral responsibility. Now, the Committee on Copyright and AI is welcome step that may lead to frameworks ensuring news publishers are compensated if this is something that happens. If there we have a proper department for promotion of industry and internal trades committee, this is on copyright. अगर ये लागू है, work करता है, this is in favor of saving people from AI, and that's why author says it's a welcome step. This is not about halting or slowing down AI innovation, but about ensuring fair value sharing between creators and AI companies. नहीं तो create कोई और कर रहा है, AI companies उसको बस utilize करे, it's unfair. ठीक है, चलो start doing the questions now. Answer is D. What is editorial's main critique regarding AI companies' use of news? They violate ethical and legal norms by using content with no compensation given to the publishers. B. What does the editorial imply about earlier phases of digital transformation? They displace traditional media, that is paper media, without ensuring fair return. For second answer is B. Next. Question number 3 answer is C. Why is author skeptical, doubtful about the notion of fair use? He doesn't believe because it bypasses content and rights of content creators. So, AI training, that is AI ka access. Third question. Next one. Why does the editorial say compensation should be negotiated at the time of scraping? Because C is the answer. It is the only stage when content creators can enforce rights. Okay, so compensation should be negotiated at the time of scraping, at the time of pulling out stuff. जब वहां से मेन चीजें खोज खोज के निकाली जा रही हैं. ओके, चलो नेक्स्ट वन. Okay, so when anybody is skeptical, they doubt the truthness of something. Okay, so how genuine something is, someone is. If I'm skeptical about it, I am not very well convinced. So being doubtful that way is being skeptical. It is also a tone जो आपके एग्जाम्स में आपको पूछी जाती है. ये तो मैं समझा चुकी हूँ, पर ठीक है, आंसर करो. The reference to walled gardens primarily criticizes means नहीं पूछा है. ये है social media platforms that isolate users from external sources. Question. For the answer, walled gardens. It's not the meaning that is asked. Walled gardens criticize किसको कर रहा है? It was used for social medias or the apps. They control and they have strict policy guidelines जो कि उस कंटेंट को एक्सक्लूसिव रखते हैं, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट वो यूजर एक्चुअल सोर्स को जान नहीं पाता है. दिस इज द फर्दर एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ. This is interesting question. The report underscores the need for fair compensation to, not of. Okay, so what we are going to say, compensation to him, to them, to another staff, to news organization. Off nahi aayega. So that is what we needed here. Organization जिनका काम, whose work is exploited. The work is singular, so is exploited is of course okay without permission. Okay, many platforms, despite benefiting from journalistic content, platforms despite से फर्क नहीं पड़ता, refuse आएगा, refuse to acknowledge their dependence on news outlets. So seventh का answer is C, subject verb agreement issue. Next, absolutely right. Okay. By scraping vast data sets without authorization, sahi, AI companies are not just breaching ethics but also legal norms. Now, this is about the structure of not only but also. Okay. So, not only after not only you're using the word breaching, which is the main verb here, AI companies are not just breaching but also legal norms. So breach तो सभी हो रहे हैं, ethics भी हो रहे हैं और legal norms भी हो रहे हैं. So breaching must come first and then you should use not just. AI companies are breaching not just ethics but also legal norms. This should be the right way to write it. Okay, breaching को पहले बोलना पड़ेगा. Not only but also parallelism. You can repeat breaching if you want. That would be just adding unnecessarily one word. The editorial argues that monetization of AI outputs that requires not just technology and capital but also credibility. Okay, so not just nahi, not only आना था. But also है ना, not only goes with but. Informal English में आपको not just या but also का but अकेला ऐसे मिलेगा, but We have to follow the standards here. Tenth one, again a preposition related error. Publishers must be cautious before what giving unrestricted access to their archives, not for. It could be for people, access given for a purpose, but at least खुद ही जिस चीज का access है archives का, it's gonna be to. Phillips. Is the answer. The editorial emphasizes that AI generated outputs, though innovative, may overshadow the visibility and value of original journalism. Yeah, I mean, this is because you have read the article, but at the same time, नहीं पढ़ा होता तो भी it was clear. ये भी answer. Uh-huh. The 12th one answer is definitely C. The lack of compensation for AI scraping creates a dangerous dash for precedent for digital journalism. It is a kind of bad example. उसको ऐसे समझो. Okay. Answer is A. With media revenues declining, the unchecked use maybe of news content by AI may be the fatal blow. Fatal blow मतलब जो दूसरी चीज को destroy करके रख दे, भले ही literally नहीं, but yes, it's gonna be something really big, deadly kind of a thing for some independent publishers. उनका अस्तित्व वाली चीज पर. Answer is C. AI companies often treat online content as public utility, undervaluing the effort. है ना, effort को जितना मिलना चाहिए value उससे कम मिल रहा है. That is undervalue. Simple. 15, the answer is definitely C again. The editorial urges the content rights must be protected not only in spirit but also through enforceable citation, summaries. No, legalization. We want legal solutions, right? तो ये थे आज के आपके questions. Thank you so much all of you for attending the session. Tomorrow we have EPF practice session on our main channel and then back here at 8 p.m. Okay,